Welcome back to Andersen Acres. We're out here with Arwen again. We've got some cats and a horse and a bunch of chickens. Chickens everywhere. And today I just wanted to talk about where to get your goat. So once you figured out what type of goat you want to get, maybe what breed you want to get, where the heck are you supposed to get your goat? Try to get a nice shot of you. No? No nice shots? Nom. Okay, fine. So where do you get your goat? So first of all, my very best suggestion is to get your goat from a reputable breeder. Okay? Depending on what breed you want, you will have to decide whether you can get that breed locally or if you have to travel or even if you have to import the goat from somewhere else. I really recommend if you don't have to get the goat shipped to you, don't. Buy it in person if you can. So common breeds are pretty easy to find in most places. You know, pygmies, fainters, boar goats, even Nigerians. The Nigerian dwarf goat's pretty darn common. So those you can probably find locally. However, if you're after a breed like a sable or an Angora or like we want Pygoras, you may have to travel a little bit. So it's kind of a toss-up. If you want common goats that are easy to replenish your stock, easy to trade bucks, things like that, then you might want to go with something more common in your area. If you import goats that are a little more rare in your area, then you actually have a better market for your goats if you are deciding to breed and sell goats. So it really is entirely up to you. Okay, it's up to you. You have to make that choice for yourself. Hopefully you've already decided on a breed. So if you're purchasing from a distance, that does have its pitfalls. Okay, you might not be able to visit the farm at all, or maybe you can only visit once because it's a 7-hour drive away. That's us with Pygoras. You might have difficulty getting there or difficulty arranging transportation. You want to make sure you're purchasing from only reputable breeders. That's really, really important because you don't want things to get missed. You don't want to end up, first of all, getting taken advantage of and shelling out the money and not having a goat. But you also want to make sure she wants to go in the chicken pen. Fine. She's like, oh, just fall down and just wait till someone opens the door. Big yawn. Big goat yawn. Yeah, that was a big goat yawn. Please don't ask the cat. That was a cat. That was a cat. She's doing crazy cat things, okay? Crazy cat things. Okay. Anyway, so you want to purchase from a reputable breeder and you want to make sure you check references because you do not want to get taken advantage of and you don't want to end up with a goat you didn't actually buy. Because sometimes an unethical breeder may charge you money for one goat and then send you another goat that isn't what you paid for. So you do want to make sure you check references. If you do have to transport goats over long distances and you're not driving yourself, so you're not doing any of the driving, you want to look into livestock haulers or horse transports. Horse transports will sometimes do goats. Livestock haulers almost always do goats. If you're looking at a smaller goat or a kid, a baby, usually you can actually put them in a kennel and fly them. So you'd be able to ship them by air. I don't love shipping by air, but it's doable. It's doable. Talk to people who've done it before so you know all the ins and outs and make sure you talk to the airline before you do it. Because you want to make sure you understand all of their rules as well. So just make sure to double check. If you can, get your goats from close to home. So that is my preference. And in fact, she came, from here, I guess it's probably an hour and a half away. But from the place where we used to live, it's only about 45 minutes. So she came from relatively close to home. And that is my preference. So if you're looking for a goat close to home, you might want to check your classifieds. Most classifieds are online these days, so whatever your classified is. For us, it's something called Kijiji, because I'm Canadian. You might have Craigslist or whatever. to where people might post livestock. Check that. Check your local farm sites. For me, I find Facebook the most helpful here because you can join farm groups that are specifically for your area. And when you join a farm group that is specifically for your area, you'll see animals that are available in your area. So try that. You can also see if anyone's put up signs at a feed store or your local vet clinic. That's not as common. Okay. You also can talk to locals. Maybe you attend some farm sales or even some auctions, not necessarily to buy, but just to kind of get in contact with the breeders that are out there. Because the breeders that are out there sometimes attend these sales and the auctions. So get yourself out there. Try to make some contacts. See who has what you're looking for. If you're buying at sales and auctions, be a little bit careful because there's kind of two kinds of sales and auctions. There are the upscale sales that are usually run by specific organizations. So there might be a goat sale run by one of the organizations that handles goat registrations. This can be an excellent place to get goats. Okay, it can be absolutely excellent for these upscale auctions or sales. There might be a sale, there might be an auction. These tend to be the cream of the crop. These types of goats tend to be cream of the crop. They're often registered. Downside is there's a real good chance they're going to be a little bit pricey just because it's a more upscale sale. But still worth going to see if you can score some really good bloodlines. You want to be a little bit more careful with generic sales and auctions because they can be a bit of a dumping ground for some farmers, for unethical farmers. So a lot of the animals there might be culls. They might be really stressed. They may have been exposed to disease, and you don't necessarily want to subject your own animals to that. The goats there may have issues like foot rot or sore mouth. You don't want to find this out later when you get home because it can be thousands of dollars in vet bills for a goat you got for $50. So I'm not saying don't go to sales and auctions. Hi. I'm not saying don't go to sales and auctions. I am saying that you want to be very careful. You can find some gems. I go to sales and auctions. Hi, buddy. Kisses, smooches. It's a goat video, but we're getting horse smooches. Thank you. So I've gotten some real gems at local auctions and sales. But you do need to be cautious and make sure you quarantine anyone you bring home because you don't want to make your own livestock sick. Hi. Just a big head. Big-headed pony. This is not about you. I know you want to be on the video, but it's not about you. It's about Arwen. No, it's about you? Okay. Everything's up. Fine, I won't touch your nose. It's a little annoyed right now. Anyway, just be careful. Make sure when you're at a sale or an auction that you are double checking that everyone looks healthy and make sure you quarantine. 30 feet for 30 days is the general rule of thumb. Do not let new livestock from a sale or auction mingle with your existing livestock until you're sure they're healthy. Okay? So that is about it for us here today at Andersen Acres. Good luck in your search for the perfect goat. We'll see you tomorrow.